All right, let's dive into the world of persuasion. Today, we're cracking open 30 ways to close sales. And trust me, this isn't just for the sales pros out there. Whether you're, trying to negotiate a raise or just want to understand how to get to yes, this one's for you. Imagine having a whole toolkit of techniques to, well, to steer those tough conversations towards that magical yes. That's what we're going to unpack today.
It's interesting how this source frames closing techniques as tools, like tools for getting through these make or break moments in a conversation.
Right.
And each one kind of taps into a different psychological thing.
Yeah.
And knowing which tool works best in a given situation, well, that's where the magic happens.
Well, I'm already hooked. So let me get this straight. We've got 30 different closes to play with. Some sound pretty straightforward, like the Assumptive Close, but then there are others like the Puppy Dog Close. What even is a Puppy Dog Close? I guess we can't go through all 30, right?
Probably not. Maybe we can just grab a few, to show the range of these techniques.
Okay.
And really how they can be used in real life.
Sounds good to me. So how about a classic, the Assumptive Close? I think we've all encountered this one before, but I'm curious to hear your take on it.
So the assumptive close, it's not just about dodging the yes or no question. It's more about subtly shifting the power dynamic in a conversation. You kind of assume a positive outcome. It's like you're leading the witness.
Right, right.
Yeah.
It's kind of like saying, let's go grab coffee instead of, do you want to grab coffee? You're assuming they're in. Right.
Exactly. And this can be so effective in all sorts of situations. The book really stresses confidence and positive language. You're kind of nudging the conversation in the direction you want it to go.
So it's all about planting that yes seed early on. That example from the book about the car salesman was brilliant. They don't ask if you want the car, they ask when you want delivery. It's like they've already made the decision for you.
Right, and it taps into our tendency to just go with the flow,
Yeah.
especially when someone's super confident, right?
Right, right.
It's powerful stuff, but like any persuasion technique, we got to be mindful of the ethics, right?
Good point. There's a fine line between being persuasive and being manipulative. Okay, let's switch gears to the urgency close. Limited time offers, dwindling stock, that kind of thing. Why are these so effective?
Urgency closes really play on some deep-seated psychological biases. We hate losing out, and we really value things that are scarce. When something feels like it's about to disappear, we want it even more. Think about those Black Friday sales.
Oh, yeah.
People literally camp out for days, all because of this feeling of scarcity, like they might miss out.
It's crazy how just a countdown timer or a limited quantities available sign can make you want something so much more.
It's incredible, right? And this isn't limited to just retail.
Yeah.
The source gives examples of how this can be used in real estate, software sales, all kinds of things. Highlighting a deadline or, a limited window of opportunity, it creates that sense of urgency that can really push people to take action.
But I imagine this could really backfire if it's not genuine. I mean, if I sense that the urgency is fake, it makes me question everything.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Fake scarcity can totally destroy your credibility. The key is to make sure that the urgency is real and, connected to a real benefit for the customer. Don't just say limited time. Explain WHY acting now is good for them.
Okay, so the urgency close, all about those primal instincts. Now let's talk about a close that feels a bit gentler. The summary close.
Ah, the summary close. This is all about bringing the decision back to logic.
Yeah.
Right? Instead of playing on emotions, you give a nice, clear overview of what they're getting, all the benefits.
Right.
It's like you're making yes the logical conclusion.
Oh, that life insurance example from the source was a perfect example of this. Summarizing those key benefits like, financial security, peace of mind. It really helped overcome those last-minute doubts.
Yes.
And it made buying seem responsible, not like a hard sell at all.
Absolutely. It creates that sense of closure.
Right, yeah.
You present a compelling case based on what you've already talked about.
Right.
The customer feels good about their decision because it makes sense logically.
This next one I find super interesting, the option close. This one feels like it gives the customer some control, which is huge.
The option close, it's brilliant. You totally sidestep the yes or no question and reframe the decision as a choice between two good options. You're asking which they prefer, not if they want to buy.
Right.
It's like saying, would you like the red one or the blue one?
Right.
You're assuming they want one, they're just picking their favorite.
I love this one. It makes the decision way less scary. And it's a great way to upsell too, right? The book talked about offering like a basic versus premium software package.
Exactly. By presenting two options, with different features and benefits, you guide the customer towards a choice that fits their needs and their budget. You make the buying process feel collaborative, which is powerful.
Okay, this one's going straight into my persuasion toolkit. But before we get too carried away with all this influence, let's talk about social proof. We all know the power of everybody's doing it, right?
Right.
So tell me about the social proof close.
The social proof close is all about that human desire to fit in, to follow the crowd. We're way more likely to do something if we see other people doing it successfully, especially if we're not sure what to do.
It's like when you're trying to pick a restaurant and you see a huge line outside one of them. You just assume it must be good.
Exactly. And the same goes for buying decisions. Positive reviews, testimonials, case studies, they all boost our confidence and reduce our feeling of risk. It's like having a whole bunch of people vouching for something.
The example from the book about companies switching to a CRM system to get more sales was a great example of this. It wasn't just a sales pitch. It was a story about how other businesses had succeeded using the same product.
And that's what makes social proof so powerful. It's evidence, not just talk. It's like saying, hey, don't just take my word for it. Look at all these people who are benefiting from this.
Okay, we've gone through some fascinating stuff here, from subtle power shifts to playing on our instincts. I'm starting to see these closes aren't just sales tactics. They're really insights into how people think. But before we get to even more intriguing techniques, I think we need a break. We'll be back soon with part 2 of our deep dive into 30 ways to close sales, where we'll explore even more mind-bending techniques. Stick around.
Welcome back. We're about to jump into some strategies that go a bit deeper, like building trust and really tapping into those emotions.
Oh, I'm all about those deeper levels. This is where things get really juicy, right? So what kind of mind-bending close are we tackling first?
Let's talk about the testimonial close. It's all about social proof, but it's not just slapping a random quote on a website. It's more strategic. It's using real stories, to build trust.
The classic, if it worked for them, it'll work for me approach. I definitely find myself drawn to products that have tons of good reviews. It's like a whole bunch of people are backing it up.
Exactly. The source really emphasizes how testimonials can be so much more powerful than any fancy sales pitch. It's that human connection.
Yeah.
You're showing potential customers that other people have had the same doubts, fears, aspirations, and they took the leap.
I can see how that would be super helpful for people who are a bit skeptical, A real testimonial can make all the difference. So how do we make sure we're using testimonials the right way? Is it just about how many you have, or is there a strategy?
It's definitely not about just throwing a bunch of random quotes together. You want to choose testimonials that are relevant,
Yeah.
right? Relatable to your audience. If you're selling a fitness program, you wouldn't use testimonials from marathon runners if you're targeting beginners.
That makes total sense.
Yeah.
It's about finding those testimonials that really speak to the customer's specific needs and problems, right? It's like saying, hey, this person was struggling with the same thing you are, and this product helped them. It makes it all feel more real, achievable.
Exactly. It creates that feeling of, hey, if they can do it, I can do it too. And it doesn't always have to be about success stories. Sometimes, those testimonials that address concerns, objections, those can be super effective too.
Right.
You're anticipating those doubts and addressing them head on through someone else's voice.
Okay, this is making me rethink my whole approach to testimonials. It's not just about happy customers, it's about picking the right voices. Those voices that build trust and make people feel like, hey, I get you.
Right. It's about making those testimonials work smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
So let's shift gears a bit. Let's talk about objections. The objection close is a strategy that actually uses those buts and what ifs as opportunities.
Ooh, I've always thought of objections as like roadblocks, something to avoid, but you're saying we should embrace them.
Yeah. The objection close is about acknowledging those concerns, not as obstacles, but as chances to connect. It's showing the customer, hey, I hear you, I understand, I'm going to address these concerns.
I see what you mean. It's about collaborating, having an open conversation. So instead of shutting down objections, we're actually inviting them in.
That feels a bit backward, but I'm curious how it works.
Think of it this way. Every objection is a peek into the customer's head. It tells you what's holding them back, what info they need, what they need reassurance about.
Okay, give me an example. Let's say someone's hesitant because of the price.
Perfect. So instead of getting defensive or giving a canned speech about value, you could say something like, I get it, price is a big deal. I want to make sure this is right for you. What about the price is making you hesitate? The total cost, the payment plan, or something else?
I see what you're doing. You're not brushing them off. You're digging deeper, tuning the objection into a conversation, figuring out their needs.
Exactly. By really listening to their concerns, you're not just getting info, but also building trust. You're showing you genuinely care and want to find a solution that works for both of you. Okay, I'm starting to see the power in this. It's like turning resistance into connection. Now, this next close sounds a bit more risky, maybe even a bit sneaky. Tell me about the takeaway close and how to use it without being manipulative.
The takeaway close, yeah, this one can be tricky, but when used well, ethically, it can be super effective. It uses something called loss aversion.
Okay.
It's this idea that losing something hurts more than gaining something of equal value. We're more motivated to avoid losing than we are to win.
Oh, that's so interesting. So the takeaway close is all about that fear of missing out.
Exactly. But it's not about making up scarcity or pressuring people. It's about subtly shifting their view, making them see what they stand to lose by not acting.
Okay, I need a real world scenario here. Let's say someone's into a software package but isn't sure about one feature. They don't think they need it.
In that case, you might say something like, if that feature is not essential for you right now, we can definitely adjust things, the package and the price. But I just want to mention that many clients who skipped that feature initially ended up realizing how valuable it was and wished they'd had it from the start.
Clever. You're not saying they have to have it. You're just making them wonder if they'll regret not having it later.
Exactly. It's framing the choice in terms of what they might lose. But without being pushy, you're encouraging them to think about the bigger picture and make a choice based on all the info.
Okay, this is making me realize how much psychology goes into these sales interactions. These closes are like little insights into how we make decisions.
That's the whole point. These techniques are based on understanding how we think, how we feel, what makes us tick. The more we understand this, the better we can communicate and influence in all parts of life, not just sales.
All right, so we've talked about testimonials, objections, the fear of missing out, and even a bit of reverse psychology. Now, this next one sounds like it's straight out of a detective show. The Columbo Close.
I'm getting some serious one last question vibes from this one. Tell me more.
The Columbo Close, a classic. Named after that brilliant but unassuming TV detective, Lieutenant Columbo. Remember how he'd seem to be wrapping things up and then bam, one last question that totally changed the game.
Yeah, he was a master of that innocent but strategic questioning style.
I
So
love
how
it.
does this play out in sales?
It's all about timing and that element of surprise. Imagine you're wrapping up a call, the customer's interested, but they haven't said yes yet. As you're about to end, you casually drop in a final question that subtly changes the whole thing.
Okay, example time. Let's say we're selling a new software system. The customer's engaged, asking questions, but they're still on the fence. You might say something like, "It's been great talking with you. I really think this software could streamline your workflow and boost your productivity. Oh, before I forget, you mentioned earlier you were looking for a system that integrates smoothly with your accounting software. This one does that perfectly. Would that be a game changer for you?"
Sneaky. You're catching them off guard when they think the conversation is over. Then boom, that final question highlighting a benefit they might have missed.
Exactly. It's like planting a seed of doubt. Or even better, making them realize, wait, I really do need this. You're subtly shifting their perspective, guiding them towards a decision that's good for them.
Okay, I'm starting to feel like a master manipulator. But in a good way, of course. It's amazing how subtle but effective these closes can be. It's like you're playing mental chess.
That's a great way to put it. And like chess, it takes planning, observation, and understanding the psychology behind it all.
So we've covered testimonials, objections, playing on that fear of missing out, reverse psychology, and now the perfectly timed Columbo question. What else do we have in store?
Next up, we're going to tackle a technique for all the logical thinkers out there, the Ben Franklin Close. No powdered wigs required, but we will be channeling his famous decision-making method. Weighing the pros and cons.
Oh, I love this. It's all about appealing to that rational side of the brain, helping people make a clear decision based on logic and facts.
Exactly. It's perfect for people who overthink things, who get stuck in a sea of pros and cons. It provides a simple framework for making decisions, a structured approach.
Okay, how do we put the Ben Franklin Close into action? Let's say we're selling a fancy coffee machine and the customer just can't get past the price tag. They love the features, the design, but the price is holding them back.
In that case, you might say, I understand the price is an investment. I want to make sure you're getting your money's worth. Let's do what Ben Franklin would do and list out the pros and cons. On the plus side, you'll have barista quality coffee every morning at home. Think of the savings. You'll be eco-friendly with those reusable filters. And let's not forget the pure joy of making your perfect cup of coffee. Now, on the downside, yeah, it is a significant upfront cost. But considering all the long-term benefits, the money you'll save, and the daily dose of happiness, wouldn't you say it's a worthwhile investment in, well, in yourself?
Brilliant. You're not just listing features, you're putting them in a framework that speaks to their analytical side. It's like saying, don't just go with your gut, let's think this through.
Right. It appeals to their need for reason and clarity. They make a decision that feels informed and lines up with their values.
Okay, my brain is exploding with all these amazing techniques. I'm starting to see how each close is like a key, unlocking a different part of the customer's mind.
That's a great analogy. And just like a master locksmith, the more keys you have, the better equipped you are to handle those tricky situations.
All right, we've explored testimonials, objections, that fear of missing out, reverse psychology, the Columbo question, and now the Ben Franklin close. I feel like a persuasion ninja in training. What other mind-blowing techniques are up next?
Get ready, because we're about to explore strategies that play on scarcity, bonuses, and even the power of silence. But we'll save those for part 3. Don't go anywhere.
And we're back for the grand finale of our deep dive into 30 ways to close sales. We've already uncovered some seriously persuasive techniques.
We have, but we've saved some of the best for last. We're going to explore some really clever closes that use psychology, incentives, even a bit of silence.
Okay, I'm all ears. Lay it on me. What's the first mind-blowing technique we're looking at?
Let's start with the value stack close. This is all about piling on the benefits, bonuses, extras, until the customer feels like they're getting an amazing deal.
Oh, I love this already. It's that buy one, get 10 free feeling. You just can't resist all that value.
Exactly. And the best part, you're not actually lowering the price, which can make your product seem less valuable. You're adding more to the package, so it seems worth even more.
So you're sweetening the deal without messing with your pricing. I like it. What kind of value stacks are we talking about? Any examples?
Let's say you're selling a high-end blender. Instead of just listing the features, you could say, with this blender, you'll be whipping up smoothies and soups, plus you'll get a free recipe book full of healthy ideas, a set of stylish travel cups, and an extended warranty, all for the same price.
Okay, I'd be sold. You're not just selling a blender, you're selling a whole experience. It makes it much harder to say no.
Exactly. It's that I can't believe I'm getting all this feeling. And the source says this can work for tons of products and services. Think about those software packages that bundle in extra features, support, even free training.
Oh yeah, it's all about making the offer so good that the price seems tiny in comparison.
Right? You shift the focus from cost to all those amazing benefits. Now let's talk about something that can be a big obstacle in any sale risk. The guarantee close is all about tackling that head on.
Ah, yes, the money-back guarantee, the try-it-risk-free approach. I've definitely fallen for those before. Knowing you have a way out if it doesn't work makes a huge difference.
Absolutely. The guarantee close is all about that reassurance, especially for big purchases where people might be hesitant. It's saying we're so confident in what we're offering, we'll stand behind it 100%.
It takes the risk out of the equation. They feel like they have nothing to lose. So what kind of guarantees are we talking about?
Let's say you're selling software. You could offer a free trial and say, try our software risk-free for 30 days. See how it improves your work. If you're not happy, full refund, no questions asked.
That's a bold statement. It shows you really believe in what you're selling.
It's about building trust and showing you're willing to back up your claims. And it doesn't have to be money back. It could be a satisfaction guarantee, a warranty, even a free consultation to ease their worries.
Okay, I'm seeing how these closes are like building blocks, each one making the offer more appealing. Now let's talk about the referral close. How do we use this one ethically and effectively?
The referral close is all about word of mouth, but it's got to be genuine and good for everyone. It's not about demanding referrals or offering weird incentives. It's about creating a win-win.
So how do we do that? How do we encourage referrals without seeming pushy?
Instead of directly asking, you could mention a referral program and what's in it for them. For example, you've just sold someone a gym membership. As you're finishing up, you could say, congrats, you're going to love it here. And, hey, if you know anyone who wants to get in shape, we have a great referral program. You both get a free month.
That's perfect. It's not pushy, and it actually gives them something valuable. It's like, hey, if you love it, tell your friends, and we'll all benefit.
Exactly. And you're not just closing a sale, you're growing your network. Those new customers come in already trusting you because of their friends.
Okay, this one's going straight into my toolkit. Everyone wins. Now, onto something that seems a bit strange, the silent close. Are we becoming mimes for this one?
Not quite. The silent close is about using silence to your advantage. You create space for the customer to think and hopefully decide they want to buy. It might feel weird at first, but silence is a powerful tool.
Hold on, we're supposed to just sit there and not say anything. What if they just stare back at me?
It can be a little uncomfortable, but the key is to stay calm and confident. Most people don't like long silences, so they'll try to fill the gap. And often that means they'll voice objections, ask questions, or even say yes.
So we're putting the pressure on them, not the other way around. It's like saying, I've done my part, now it's your turn.
Exactly. It's a subtle way to guide them without being pushy. Imagine you've just given them your final offer. You could say, so there it is. What are your thoughts? And then silence. Don't jump in. Just let it hang there.
Oh, I can feel the tension already. But it does force them to think it over and break the silence with their decision.
Exactly. It's a moment of truth, a chance for them to make a real choice. Now let's wrap up with a technique that's great for hesitant buyers, the trial close.
The trial close. This feels less scary than asking for a full commitment right away. It's like testing the waters before jumping in.
I like that. The trial close is about getting those small commitments that lead to the sale. You're not asking for everything at once, just a little step.
So what kind of trial are we talking about?
Let's say you're selling a software subscription. Instead of a year-long contract, you could say, how about a free 14-day trial? See how this software can help your business.
I get it. It's a risk-free way for them to see the value. If they like it, they'll probably sign up for the full thing.
Right. You're taking away the barriers and letting them experience the benefits. Just make the trial easy and enjoyable so they'll want to keep using it.
Wow, we've learned so much in this deep dive. It's not about tricks. It's about understanding people, building relationships, and helping them make decisions that are right for them.
Couldn't have said it better. These 30 closing techniques are all about choosing the right tool for the job, using it ethically, and putting the customer first.
Well said. So listeners, keep an eye out for these techniques. You'll be amazed how often they come up in everyday life, in negotiations, even in personal conversations.
Persuasion is a skill anyone can learn. So go out there and close those deals, whether it's a new client, a raise, or convincing your family to try that new restaurant you love.
Exactly. Until next time, happy persuading.